Yeah.
Then fucking put your phone away, bro. I've been waiting for you to fucking tell me.
But because he said I don't want this on air.
No, he already talked about that. But you already talked about that.
There's a second job that I didn't want to.
Okay, then don't talk about that fucking. We're recording, bro. Just go.
God. Welcome to another episode of The Intellectuals. We've got an asset over here that's criminally insane. Adam, how you been?
I'm very good. How have you been?
Good, very good.
Why is Poseidon dressed like that? I don't understand.
How?
You're wearing shades inside. You look like a black guy from Star Trek.
The black guy from Star Trek?
Yeah.
There's black people in Star Trek.
Of course. The future. Everyone's black.
So, word has it that you've been... word has it that I was in a place a couple of Saturdays ago, and then people are rather... Pantelis made a remark that says, I'm surprised you didn't show up again. I was kind of speechless when he said, yeah, you're right, I should have, but I didn't.
Yeah, you should have showed up at the only bar that lets you be there. Like, yeah, you should have been there.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't try and get everyone, you didn't try to get people a lift to bring them back home.
I did that a long time ago.
Yeah? And why'd you stop?
Here's a thought, because I don't have a vehicle.
Oh yeah, it's true. that's a
no-brainer, as they say, right?
Checkmate, Poseidon.
That's as valid as it's gonna get.
That's
really
very valid. Yeah, I can't even say anything to that. I can't even shit on him like I usually do.
No, that was actually well said.
Exactly.
You know what,
like,
Adam?
fuck.
Let me tell you something. Good job putting this fucker in his place.
So Sam Adamo's in Vegas, I heard.
You heard correctly.
And I'm surprised you're not in Vegas.
I'm actually surprised, that you're not there busting Sam Adamo's balls.
Would it be an understatement to say that would be a little bit on the inappropriate side?
Oh, that would be inappropriate.
Hold on. Why would it be inappropriate?
Let's go.
I've only spoken to the guy a small handful of times, and all of a sudden I go and see him in a city so far away.
But that's kind of what you did.
But haven't you already done that with a coworker of yours in the past?
Yeah, you went
that
to
worked for your
country.
father's company in Florida?
You lost me.
I lost him, bro. I swear to God, bro. I love how you selectively forget shit. You asshole.
Refresh my memory.
Didn't you do the same thing? There was one of your coworkers that went down to Florida and he invited you.
Sorry.
So you've already done this in the past. So why
sorry.
wouldn't
But that
you?
wasn't behind his back. I arranged it. I just didn't tell my father.
It was behind your
got the
father's
terms
back.
mixed.
So why didn't you arrange it with Sam Adamo?
Yeah, you would have loved it. He would have loved seeing
Yeah,
you.
he would have loved your company.
Well,
He would have loved sitting. Gesundheit. He would have loved sitting in your
What are you,
lap.
fucking German?
Yes. Zig Heil. Is that a bad thing?
What?
What I just said?
No,
in German?
Zig Heil, I think it just means like hail.
Like, hey, how are you?
No, it means hail.
Hail God.
Zig means God?
I think so.
Hail God?
Hail God.
Oh, that's stupid now. That's even dumber than I thought.
So yes. So why didn't you organize to be down in Vegas? Have you ever been to Vegas?
once.
Once. When?
I'm surprised you made it out.
Actually, there's an interesting story which I'd like to share regarding why I've ended up in Vegas.
I
was
have a
in-
theory.
I was in Phoenix.
I blew my way down to Vegas.
No blowing going on.
How'd you make it down to Vegas?
So I was in Phoenix, Arizona.
Wait,
As I'm sure you know, it's one state away from California.
How were you in Phoenix, Arizona?
I was there. Actually, I was there joining my mom. Who was there on on a vacation.
Okay, that's nice.
So my plan was to start there. I think when I came, she was expected to leave like 2 days later. So be with her for a couple of days and go to California. Okay, it's not a long story. It's very simple. I thought the bus was a direct bus from Phoenix to LA, but it turns out that the bus was changing. I was in Vegas from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. because the bus was going from Phoenix to Vegas, and then I had to change bus from Vegas to LA. It's that simple. So I saw the inside of a casino.
Coincidentally, I took the wrong bus that stops in Vegas.
I knew nothing about it, I swear.
I knew nothing about it, I swear, guys. What a crazy coincidence. Since I'm here, may as well gamble my life away. So you had no clue, you're telling me.
Okay, I knew when I was buying the ticket, but I didn't know it in advance.
Well,
And I
you did know it in
certainly didn't know it
advance.
was
You just said you knew when you were buying the ticket.
Wait. I was under the impression... Okay, I'm not trying to mislead anybody here. Do you really think that I remember when I bought the ticket? Did I call the company in advance?
Yes, I do think
I believe that I was under the... I have a very strong belief which tells me that I was under the impression that there was a direct bus from Phoenix to LA. I found out when I bought it, I think the agent inside the station said, sir, you have to change buses in Vegas. That's simple, okay?
This is Adam on the phone. This is Adam on the phone trying to buy a bus ticket to LA. Hey, yeah, I'd like to buy a bus ticket to LA. He goes, yeah, sure, no problem. But
We have one for Vegas. That'll do.
Or like, no, but you got to make sure it's stopping in Vegas, though. What do you mean? We don't have any connecting? No, but it's stopping in Vegas. So you knew. So why this bullshit?
I found out when I bought the ticket. I didn't know in advance. I don't know why it's hard to understand. You buy the ticket. Okay, I didn't look at it. Maybe it said, maybe it said.
So hold on. What did you tell the agent when you said you want to go to LA?
I'd like to buy a ticket to LA.
And what did he tell you?
Here's your ticket. It's when okay, wait.
He's lying.
Maybe
You're lying.
when I you're asking me to jog my memory for something 16
Yeah,
years ago.
you remember.
For reasons that are not clear, I only found out when I boarded the bus. You're going to have a stop in LA.
You're full of shit.
I love how full of
Oh,
shit
you're
you
going
are,
to stop in LA.
Stop in Vegas, excuse me. Stop in Vegas.
though. You don't have to lie to us. We're your friends.
It's just a story. You could tell
Did
the
it ever
truth.
cross your mind that if I knew I was going to be in Vegas, I would have been like, cool? I never even,
Why did you have to go to LA?
And considering it was an overnight bus, it was a bus with a very weird set of hours. Like leave at 10 and get there at 4, right?
Okay, but why did you
think
have-
I cared? It wasn't important. In other words, you're alluding to the fact that Adam was in Vegas. How convenient he didn't tell us.
But
If I
why did you have to go to LA?
Because that was the second part of my vacation.
And who was there? Who were you meeting there?
I have a friend in the family who lives there.
Oh, do you have a friend of the family?
Interesting.
I do.
I don't believe you have friends or family. That's a clever ruse on your
Well,
part.
guess what? It's neither. It's friends of the family. So it's not a friend and it's not the family.
Now I have another question. Did they know you were showing up?
Yes.
It would have been so funny if they just find him there.
When did they think that you were showing up? A day later? 2 days later?
That's a very good question.
Is it?
Back then, actually, I did have a cell phone back then, but I never take it when I travel to the States because the costs are exuberant. When you make a call.
So
within
your
the States.
cellular, your mobile phone that
I
you're
did
supposed to
not
have on
bring
you,
one.
mobile,
I didn't bring
you
one.
didn't have it when
That's
you were
right,
mobile.
right.
Okay.
And I think the woman I was visiting was a little pissed off, like, you're calling us a day later, and,
I bet.
So
I
you spent
bet
the
you
day
did.
in Vegas?
No, I just told you I was in Vegas between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Let's say from 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. was the first bus. Second bus was, let's say, 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. It's that simple.
And the lady you were staying with?
What about her?
But why was she
She
mad?
said she was upset.
Yeah.
Because I was supposed to call her the day before, and you're asking me to
didn't.
go into details that I really don't remember. For said reasons.
But these
that I don't
details matter
remember.
and they're very important.
It was still. I mean, the plan was still the plan.
But the plan was still the plan, but only to you, not to her.
No, she knew I was coming.
No, clearly she
was
didn't.
worried, and I think she said she didn't sleep that night. Where's Adam? Where's Adam? I only contacted her in the morning. I was supposed to
She
call her
didn't
in the
sleep that night. Eh? Who
not-
kept her up all night?
evening. My thought. Have you been to Vegas before?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Poseidon was with me the last time I was
Yes,
in Vegas.
it's true. Yeah, we all went
I
together.
don't remember how come I have such a vivid memory. I remember you lost $700 to a certain, and you were like, "Who cares?" You lost.
Who lost 700?
I think it was. It was.
Oh, Lady
it was
of the Evening? Yeah, that didn't
you. I
happen
didn't
in Vegas.
want-
That
Yeah,
happened in LA.
that happened in
Oh,
LA.
it happened
Yeah.
in LA, but anyway,
Hey, how do you know that story?
because you said it on the air.
Oh, I did.
Like a million times.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I
Yeah.
talked about it on stage.
I'm so fucking retarded.
I literally said it on Rogan, and it happened the day before I was on Rogan.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, sorry.
What the fuck do you think
my-
this is, Adam?
Who's
calling you?
I don't know, but I turned it off.
You don't know? What if it was an emergency?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that means he doesn't want us to know. No. You saw the number.
I turned off my phone.
But who was it?
Listen, I don't have. I looked at it and I said, "Oh shit, we're on the air. My phone's ringing."
So he
I
knows
turned
who it
off.
is. He just doesn't want to say.
Yeah.
It's someone. Okay, hold on. When something is important, okay,
Yeah, I'm
you're
listening.
gonna make it. I thought it was the school. It wasn't the school.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's good. That's all that matters. If it's not the school, it's good.
That's it.
Yeah. The kids are okay. We're all okay. That's the
Yes,
rules.
seriously. Oh my
Them's
god.
the rules.
Yeah.
So, Adam,
Yes.
you've had quite the week. You reached out to find out the legality of you, perhaps, even with a criminal record, going back to the States.
Listen, I will
This
pretty
is
much
huge.
repeat the words that came out of your mouth. My chances are slim, but
They're
let's
slim, but they're not zero.
10%,
They're not zero.
5%, whatever.
I mean, look, you want to get into the States with a criminal record? You want my advice? Fly to Mexico,
Oh,
walk across the border.
yeah. That's terrible advice for him. He's gonna get
thousands of people are doing it every
I
day.
got
They're
news
gonna
for you.
steal his
There are
organs.
people
What
that
do you-
die- There are people that die of heat stroke because it's so hot.
Yeah, but the ones that make it.
new life.
And also, well, you're smart enough
Do
to
you
bring
guys
water.
are you guys not aware of the fact that a certain person by the name of Donald Trump saw to it that that's not going to happen anymore? He built the wall.
Well, you have
Well, the
until
wall's not all the way built, and people are going through the wall every day.
you have until November actually.
Yeah.
No, actually, technically January. Because if he wins, then he's
Plus the
inaugurated.
amount of
Is
time
that the
he's got
word?
to do to finish the wall. Right?
What's is the word inaugurated?
inaugurated? Yes.
Yeah, he's inaugurated in January, so you technically have until January to sneak across the wall.
And he's going to have an overnight operation that's going to have the whole wall built in one day, right?
No, it's just they're gonna add more soldiers, and it's gonna be harder.
Yeah, National Guard and everything. But then again, even with the National Guard, you can like sneak through and be like, I'm a U.S. citizen. They kidnapped me. They kidnapped me. They tried
I
to sell
actually
my
wanted to-
organs.
I'm a victim of the cartel.
They tried to shove drugs up my asshole.
I got a very,
And I liked it.
But there's only butt plugs in here. That's the drug.
Oh, no, I was going to share an interesting piece of information, but I have a
Share
feeling
it.
you guys probably know. They probably guard the Canada-U.S. border a lot more than they do the Mexican.
We already know this. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Why though?
What do you mean?
Why do they guard it more? Why do they guard this border more?
It's not actually. It's guarded less. It's the least guarded. It's the
Yeah,
the
exactly.
longest like least guarded border on the planet.
Yeah, why'd you say most? I thought it was the least.
Because I think what he was trying to say, and I agreed with him, is that it's harder for him to get to the U.S. from Canada. That's true because he's going in legally with his papers, and he's a criminal, so they're going to tell him no. But if you were to just go walk across the border in Mexico, or the current vice president, Kamala Harris, would just be like, and he should let him in.
I have some very interesting information which I find out about her. Are you guys aware during her times when she was the prosecutor for the state of California, she put people away on weed charges?
Yeah, of course. We know this.
Nonviolent.
Dude, how do you get, what are you, Internet Explorer? How do you get your news 9 years late all the time?
Okay. Did it ever cross your mind that not every single piece of information interests everybody?
Yeah, but this clearly interests
I
you.
know that they never went through the what's that procedure that when they have their conventions, right? The party has- She never went through the procedure, but that's because the party didn't have time.
Yeah.
So you this is not a political. This is not a talk show about politicians and all the debates centering around it.
I don't know why you're bringing it up.
Yeah, I want. So okay, if you're
Do you
wondering
like
where I was
Kamala
going with
Harris?
this,
Would you come all
I
over
have
her?
mixed
Hey.
feelings. Okay, one thing that I learned recently, I'm not too concerned about, is it the party? I mean, as you guys well know, there's only two parties in the States, right? They have the occasional independent, but barring that, they have two parties in the States. I'm more of the opinion that you got to look at the candidate, not so much the party.
But you didn't answer his fucking question.
Answer the
So-
fucking
He
question.
asked you, what do you think about Kamala Harris?
I have, okay. Actually, I think I just
Do you like her?
contradicted
Do you
myself.
not like
I
her?
like the Democrats, though. It was
But you don't like
advised
Kamala
to
Harris,
me.
so why don't you answer like that?
I stopped liking her after I found out what I just found out.
Okay.
So this is like fresh news from the other day.
So you liked her before.
Yeah.
Why'd
She
you
used to
like
live
her?
in Montreal.
That's why you liked her?
Well,
There's no way that that's the fucking reason, bro.
okay. Her mother's Indian. I was reading up an article. She's half Indian.
And that's why you liked her.
Okay. Can I give you such a thing as a superficial answer? I didn't dig into her and study her at nauseam.
No, but
I
I'm
just-
saying
so
a
then-
few
I
little
love
things
what you said
hear-
because you're the reason why people like that exist in the world. For real. Why'd you vote for this person that destroyed your country?
Okay,
Her
I'll
mother
give you a
was
better,
Indian.
I'll give you a better
That's
answer.
such a-
I
insane answer.
wanted to add some spice
I'll
into
give
the
you a better
politics.
answer. She's not a what's the word?
Good.
Some people say that Trump is a fascist. She doesn't talk the way in such a menacing way. Like
Do you think Trump is a fascist?
I used to work at McDonald's. And, if you work at McDonald's, you know that you have to deal with customers. And some of these customers order Big Macs. Other people, the Filet-O-Fish. But all this taught me that people need to work together, whether you're a Big Mac or a Filet-O-Fish. Yeah.
Can you supersize my order?
So listen,
Bro, all her
I will-
speeches are
I
retarded.
will gladly actually take words out of someone's mouth regarding your question. Do you like Donald Trump? I like him.
Well,
but-
hold on. Pause.
never said that.
Why I asked you, do you like him or not? You said, I will take the words out of somebody else's mouth.
Because we were
I
on an
asked-
agreement.
No, stop it. I asked if you like him. I didn't ask if the person you spoke with 5 days ago
I'll
likes him.
explain. Prior to me having spoken to this person, I did not like him.
Man, it is so frustrating speaking with you.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking with you is hard.
My thoughts about the man have evolved.
Nice.
Okay?
Explain evolution.
He said that as a president, he's done his work. I give him credit for being a president and running the country properly.
And what kind of work is that?
But regarding, I don't know, I'm not the president.
But you like it. But you like his work. This is like asking somebody, "Hey, do you know who Picasso is?" No. Do you like his paintings? Or no? Do you like his music?
I've liked
yes,
the way
I
the
like his
country-
music.
Fine, I like the way the country fared. I like the way that USA, you know what I mean? Inflation, shit like that. But you're not letting me get to the fundamental point, okay? So this guy that I spoke with says, I like Trump. I like the way I like his approach as a businessman, right? I.e., he's running a country. That's a business too. But the way he speaks, I consider that he loses my interest. From the way he speaks, he lost my interest.
Is it too abrasive?
Is it English?
Yes, it's too abrasive.
Too abrasive. But why does that bother you? Wouldn't you want somebody a little more direct?
So watch. When I look at the way certain presidents speak, you don't see somebody like that very often. So it's not something I'm accustomed to.
You're not accustomed to seeing people speak bigly.
I guess so.
You don't like.
I prefer smallly.
That's what a small-minded person would say.
It's not wrong there.
Anyways,
Well, but the point is now you've become a big.
Trump supporter.
Yeah.
So you'd vote. So what the question we're trying to get down to is: would you vote for Trump?
I
If
am
you were
not
American.
sure. Now, hold on. I would like to say something very important. I have not studied Kamala Harris to the extent that I can give you a firm answer. Because like this guy that I spoke to recently, it's not so much the party, it's the person.
This is the average voter in the United States of America.
Horrible, right?
This is scary, dude.
Okay, fine. All right. Pantelis, let me ask you this.
Ask it.
I'd like to operate under the pretext that you're a rational person. The fact that she's
That's a
half
wrong
Indian, the
pretext.
fact that she lived in Montreal is irrelevant, right?
Yeah, of
That's
course.
not what you base your... Okay, that's fine. I have a connection
what-
to the
Why
city
would
I
that
live
be?
in.
So hold on. If she was a child molester, but she grew up in Montreal,
But
you'd vote
she's
for her.
not.
No,
She's a
but
presidential candidate.
but you didn't say I'm voting for her because she's against child molesters. You said I'm voting for her because she lived in Montreal. You set these dumbass parameters up, not me.
So unless something major will deter my decision to do so...
You're talking about the president of the fucking most important country in the free world, and you're saying I based it on her mom is Indian. You know how fucking stupid that is?
No,
This
okay, those
person,
were
she put
supporting-
people, she used to laugh at putting people with small charges, of weak charges in jail. She used to laugh at that. She abuses power. She's not a good person to be in charge of the United States because she's a shitty human being. Not because she's a Democrat. If she was a Republican, it would be the same fucking thing. She's a shitty human being. That's why she shouldn't be president. Because she fucking abuses power. If we're talking about fascism and tyranny, she every time she had power, she abused it and then laughed about it. And she changes everything to try to adapt to more people. She's not a real human being. Trump is a fucking dillweed. But at least you always know what he's fucking getting. He cannot, for the life
That's the
of him,
first time I hear that.
for the life of him, he cannot fucking act. He cannot hide his fucking intentions, which is amazing because at least you know exactly what you're gonna get.
Exactly, yeah.
Whereas Kamala is very deceptive.
It's super deceptive. And every time she has power, she fucking abuses it, and now you're gonna give her the ultimate power.
Speaking of deception, you know what deception I don't appreciate? I don't appreciate when you're in the drive-thru of McDonald's and then the lady's voice on the other end sounds super sexy.
Okay, bro, you're just horny all the time because you literally told me there was a wrong number that called you. You're like, yo, she sounds super sexy. It was the wrong number, but I should have told her it was the right one. I think you just hear a female or a male voice and you're like, yo, they could be sexed.
Wait, did you say male?
What?
That's not true.
But yeah, I think you're just super horny because you just
Probably just that.
because Poseidon's like, yo, you know what? She sounds super sexy. And he's like, hello, what is your next order? And you're like, yo,
Somebody
sounds hot.
Somebody tells me life is hard. Fucking all right, I'm always hard.
Yeah, I'm always hard. I think you're just horny all the time now.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can use my brain and ask you this question.
Well, I already know the answer.
Unfortunately, when you're a politician there is no rule that says you can't do things that are mean, right? That's how would anybody allow such a person to even run for president?
Didn't we move past
We
this?
must have-
Why can't you?
I'll tell you
add
how somebody would allow. You just did. You're the person that allowed it. You just said, I'm okay with the fact that she was not voted in as the Democratic nominee. She wasn't. They just gave it to her. You were okay with that. You laughed about it 5 minutes ago, and you're willing to vote for her 5 minutes ago. You're the fucking reason. You represent every goddamn idiot that votes. Democracy is a farce. And then you wonder, well, all these jobs don't pay well. There's no money. Taxes are high. Too much immigration. I'm going to keep voting for the same shit that fucked everything up around me and then just complain about it. Idiots. You're all fucking idiots. That's what I noticed. It's just they're all mouth breathers, but they're just dumb. They vote against their best interests and then they get mad at someone else. It's as simple as that, Adam. Look at me. Simple as that. You don't want your dollar to be like, let's say Canada, for example.
Yeah.
Decide if you like where things are right now, that the dollar is worthless. You're taxed up the ass. You can't
Especially
find
in
a
Quebec.
decent home. Yeah, especially in Quebec. You can't find a decent home. We're not building enough homes. Everything is so expensive. If you like that, let's say you're most of the rich people love that. The rich people are okay. It's mostly millionaires and billionaires that vote liberal or Democrat. If you like that, honestly, then more power to you. Vote for that.
But you're not a billionaire.
No, it doesn't. It's not
I
for.
don't agree
It's
with
not.
that.
It's not for me to decide it.
But I don't
It's not-
agree.
it's-
You just asked, or you didn't.
I
give
don't
me a chance to
agree. You're
answer.
not a billionaire. I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with
I
what?
don't agree with
I
that.
don't agree with that system that you just
Listen to
that
me.
just proposed.
Yes, you do. You just haven't heard, you didn't listen to the question. I said, if you agree that you like that, if you like that lifestyle that you live now, then by all means, keep voting for it. Keep voting for Trudeau, the NDP. Keep voting if that's what you like. If you want lower taxes, smaller government, less in your fucking business, okay? You don't want someone to hold your fucking hand. You want to keep your own money and decide, then you vote conservative. Those are the only two reasons why. All the rest is bullshit. All the rest is bullshit.
How funny would it be if Adam is secretly a billionaire
I'd love it.
the entire time, and he's been just trying to like convince the masses through like a
He's
podcast?
retarded.
Yeah,
I'm a retard.
yeah.
I mean, he's doing a great job. He's getting angry.
No, I'm
He's green with envy.
okay. I'm going on a bit of a tangent. I admit.
That's funny.
This is a bit of a comedy show / show that educates the public on how
So
a
yes,
government
sure.
runs.
Definitely
Educate the
educates the
public.
public,
Like
bro.
you're an
Our
insane
listeners-
person.
our
If you
listeners.
take any education out of this, you should be fucking.
Okay, wait. Pantelis had this shows that Pantelis is an intellectual because
Oh my God.
he's explained how Trudeau has very little weight in the world and not too much respect.
I didn't explain that at all. I mean, it's known, but I didn't talk about that.
Well, a little bit, right?
But
That thing
Trump
which-
also is disrespected around the. So it's not about the respect you have around the world, because I don't care so much about that as much as I care about what you do in the position and
I
for
thought it
your
goes
country.
hand in hand. You do something respectable, you get respect.
No, because I'll give
necessarily.
you an example. Let's say Trump, he was being disrespected even when the country was going well. Even when he did that whole if you made under 30 grand, you don't need to file your taxes, like keep your money, all that shit that he did. Those are respectable things. Those are
Yeah.
amazing.
But
What's the reason he
it's
wasn't
because-
respected then at the world
because
level?
Because it was
media
going well
spent-
for the people, but
Yes,
not the elites.
But because the media spent years calling him names and changing because they thought he was going to lose the election, and then when he won, it was too late. They had already committed to the storyline of he's a racist and he's going to kill everyone, and he did none of the shit that they said he would. He didn't start a new war. He didn't do anything. That's the truth. So I'm saying the truth. The truth is he didn't start it. That factually, what you guys said is incorrect. I'm going with it, but people get mad when you bring it up. They go, no, but... And then they take stuff that was already disproven. Like the whole... I talked with Sonia last time. She's like, yeah, but he said that Charlottesville, there was good people on both sides. I go, that's been debunked. They showed the full clip in context. That's not what he said. That was debunked. But they still repeat
what happened with
stuff that was
Charlottesville? Sorry, you have to.
They
jog
had
my
both.
memory.
They basically they took a clip out of context and they said that he basically said that the Nazis and the not Nazis were all good people. But that's not what he said. The whole clip in context, he condemns them. He goes, "We don't have place for these people, these fucking Nazis." And then he goes, "It's shitty because then there's people that were on both sides, people that were for the monuments and people that were against the monuments, that they ended up eating the shit." But the way they cut it made it sound like he said there's good people that are Nazis and good people that are not Nazis. But that's not what he said at all. He condemned the Nazis completely. He said there was good people on the because there was protests on the monuments. Do we keep them or do we not? And I also agree that we shouldn't just destroy every monument as well. That doesn't mean that you're going to group me in with fucking Nazis or communists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, but that kind of fuckery, people like him who get their news 9 years too late, just listen to it and believe it. And then they end up voting for idiots that destroy the economy. And then they're pissed off. They go, how come I can't afford a house? How come I can't afford groceries? And they did it to themselves. They shot themselves in the foot and then they complain.
Yeah.
You need smaller government. Any country you're in right now, whatever government wants to be bigger and take more and more taxes, all that, it should be against your best interest unless you're a millionaire. If you're a millionaire or a billionaire, no, it's in your interest.
Not just because it's been proven time and time again. The more you give them, they don't effectively run things.
That's what I'm
properly.
saying. So unless you're a millionaire and you just want more poor people to work for you for shitty wages, you keep voting for them. But if you're a regular person, you want to take home more money, you don't want that shit.
No.
And you still say this is not a source of education. This is just you using your brain. I mean, you know what I mean?
This is me using my brain.
Okay.
Or you know what else is infuriating? When like a woman has like a really sexy name, but she doesn't live up to it. Don't you find that a little bit deceiving?
Go on.
Like I find that a little bit deceiving. It's like when Ford promised us all-wheel drive in the Mustang, and then they gave us the Mustang Mach-E and it was electric and it was a SUV. You remember that shit? And people were furious at Ford. But like that's how it feels. It's like you hear a woman's name like, you know, like, ooh, like Samantha. And then like fucking you meet an 18-wheeler, you know?
All right, so Adam, apart from politics, what else has been interesting you?
But I was trying to segue into the top 5.5.
Oh, did you make a top 5.5? That's not going to kill me?
This time I made the top 5.5. And I swear to God, I got so angry when I read Adam's top 5.5 because it's basically the same thing. I'm just going to read the title. I'm not going to read. He goes, best ways to make a name for oneself with or without the help of comedy. Of the comedy scene.
Bro, it's the same list.
It's the same thing, just different wording.
Slightly modified.
Slightly modified.
Why can't you come up with a new fucking list?
You should slightly modify your fucking brain chemistry.
I thought you were
is
going
what
to see
should
my
do.
brain.
Don't work for any scam operations that might get you arrested. Oh my, I can't, bro. I'm going to lose my fucking
It's the
mind.
same fucking list every time.
All right.
This week's top 5.5 sexiest women's names.
Yes. You ever hear like a woman's name and you're like, fuck, that sounds sexy.
My God, you're extra horny these days.
Yeah.
Number 5, Chanel.
Okay. So Chanel, the reason why it's sexy is because it's a little bit trashy, but also it's Chanel. It just, it rolls off the tongue real nicely because Chanel, you think of the expensive clothing brand. But at the same time, it's like kind of like...
It's very trashy.
It's very trashy at the same time. So there's that dichotomy. And usually women with a name like Chanel, they have that dichotomy within them. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I just realized that a lot of these are garbage. All right. Number 4, Alessandra.
Okay.
So a mispronounced and misspelled version of the actual name Alexandra. Okay. I hope Jamal is next. Go on.
Let me get to this. So Alexandra with an X, it's like, whatever. But then for some reason, when you add the 2 S's and you misspell it on purpose, Alessandra. Like, I don't know, there's like a... And then especially if they're Spanish and they got the lisp, like, Alessandra. It's like, oh my God, girl.
Is it spelled with an S in Spanish? I think it's just the way Spaniards sound.
In Spain, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's spelled with an S, is it?
It is spelled with an S, but they have a lisp, so...
Alejandra, no? It
Yeah.
would be a J, I think.
No, that's Alejandro. Oh, yeah, you fucking right.
But that's... hold on. That's in Latin America, not Spain.
So in Spain, they write it with an S.
I think so, yeah.
Wait, no, you see, you're
2
not
S's.
answering the question. Did they write it with 2 S's or you wrote it with 2 S's?
I
I'm just
wrote it
curious.
with 2 S's.
So you're just making shit up. That might not even
but
be a
it's
real
an actual,
name.
It's an actual name.
Alessandra.
Alessandra.
Number 3, this is going to disgust everyone in Montreal, Valerie.
Bro, but you have to admit Valerie is like one of the sexiest women's names.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
our-
as long as she's building bike paths, yeah, it's fucking sexy.
Our mayor's
so.
name is Valerie.
Oh, okay, I know what you're thinking. Oh, let me bike path, yeah.
No.
Can I put my bike on your path? Number 2, Carmen.
Like Carmen Electra.
But you're just thinking of Carmen Electra, the name Carmen itself.
But I feel like Carmen Electra made the name Carmen sexy.
I feel like you don't even understand your list. The name itself has to be sexy. Like
Yeah.
now, this is too close to Carmine. I think you just want to
Oh,
fuck.
fuck. Why you
That's a
gotta
very
You just
fucking-
want to fuck old
But
mobsters.
you're just ruining it for me.
Number 1, Natalia.
Okay, Natalia is very sexy because when you hear Natalia, you think of this Russian broad with like blue eyes.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you. Natalia
Yeah,
does sound
Natalia is sexy as fuck.
The half is clearly a joke. Beatrice.
Okay, but
Bro,
Beatrice.
might as well be Beulah or Bertha. What are you talking about, bro? That's insane.
I'll tell you, it's a sexy older lady's name because like you think of Beatrice and you see her and like she's past her prime, but at the same time you think like yo, when she was younger, she was probably fucking like banging like all kinds of. She was probably hot. And shit.
You're insane.
Beatrice.
I'm going to leave it up to you, Pantelis. Do you want to even look at that list and tell me if I'm full of crap? Your choice.
Enough! Come up with something different. Okay? So that was the list of the top 5.5 women's sexiest names,
right.
or that I think it's the sexiest names.
Yeah, that no one else does, but I'm glad that you tried it.
Hey, we all.
The half was Beatrice.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, Beatrice, Margaret, Bertha, or Beulah?
Beatrice is okay.
But which do you prefer?
The one that's okay, because they're not all high quality names.
Do you think Margaret is worse than Beatrice?
Margaret is like neutral. It doesn't.
So then, yeah, doesn't that make it better than the name that you said is negative?
Well,
Is this how you go through life? How do you make
no,
decisions?
but Beatrice
I want to
has
eat
a bit
eggs
of an
today, which
appeal.
is why I'm buying
Beatrice has an
pancakes.
appeal. Margaret
It doesn't
does
make any
not.
sense.
Beatrice has an appeal. Margaret does not.
What's
Beatrice
the
has
appeal?
an appeal.
What's the appeal of Beatrice?
Her pension.
But we're asking. But why you get? Hold on. This is what pisses me off about you, Adam.
Yes.
We're not asking you to fucking
Yes, you're asking me which
steal
name-
gold
which-
from a
which
fucking
name sounds
like. We're
better.
asking you to develop on your answer and why you feel this way. Why are you
Okay,
getting
okay.
angry?
I'll give you the
What
answer.
but it's a normal fucking question. We just like, why do you think this way? Like, we're not asking you to fucking.
Yes, I hear you. I hear you. Okay. It was his answer that kind of Okay, Margaret. You understand neutral and appealing? Margaret is 100% neutral. Those other two names are not exactly appealing. They're on the negative side. Okay.
Okay. Why?
Beatrice has just the way they sound. Beatrice at least has a little bit of an appeal.
So it's just on the way that they sound.
Yes. And I agree.
With the way that they sound, like what was the other two names you gave, P?
Margaret, Bertha,
Beulah?
Beulah.
Okay, Bertha. The way that it sounds. What do you imagine in your head when you hear Bertha?
There's no appeal.
There's just no appeal. That's as far as you can develop your answer. That's the length of development that you can go to. when you hear Bertha, what do you think? Can you picture?
fine.
Can you picture a woman with a name like that? And
Positive
how do you
vibes,
picture
negative
her?
vibes. That is not. There's
No, but how do you picture a woman named Bertha?
Yeah, how do you
picture her? Like, what do you see when you hear Bertha? You hear a woman's name called Bertha. What do you picture in your head?
Okay. How about I give you an
Hold on.
I'll try
Pause.
to extend my
Pause. Can you not picture things?
if I give you a hint of my mentality, then maybe you're going to understand. I like the name Karina or Katerina. Those names appeal.
Okay, now,
when you
why do you
sound
like
the
them?
word
Okay.
Bertha, there's no appeal.
I understand, but what do you picture in your head when you hear Bertha?
A very boring name, a very flat name.
I think you can't. Can you?
You want to kill him.
What is Pantelis? Okay, what is
No, but I think hold
Pantelis'
on.
answer?
I think we're getting mad, but I think he literally does not have the capacity of.
I don't have the capacity for that big man.
of imagining something in his head.
Oh yeah, that's true. You are the low IQ.
When you think of a car, can you draw a car? Can you like picture it in your
The
head?
Mustang is actually my favorite car. Yes.
Okay, but now can you picture the Mustang in your head? Let's say I tell you to picture the 1970s Mustang with its shape and everything. Can you see the shape of the Mustang and can you see it driving? Can you
Yeah, with the convertible on.
hey, can you see the roof going down and up, the convertible roof?
Yeah.
Roadhead.
Okay, so hold on, you can see stuff. So why can't you imagine somebody named Beatrice or Bertha?
Okay. When you're asking somebody to do something that they've never really done, okay?
So you've
We've
never-
never gone into what do you think of a name before?
So you've never
What do you
pictured,
think of a car that's
pictured a
different?
woman in your head in the past. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense.
I only picture Roadhead.
Yeah.
No, for real though, you got to use your imagination, baby boy.
Yeah. Nobody told you how to develop it?
I guess I use it in the wrong context.
In what context do you use it in?
I'm about to really shoot myself
What a
in
weird
the
thing to
foot.
say.
Yeah.
You meet some stranger from LA who sends you a friend request on social media, and I was like, wow, that's the kind of imagination I use.
But you didn't use your imagination there. They actively reached out
Yeah,
to
but
you.
what do you imagine? You imagine a life with them? What do you imagine?
A person that I had never really met, a person from a part of the world that I had never really met in an online capacity.
What the fuck are you
What-
saying?
what-
But it's
what
just
is
words.
happening,
I'm telling
bro?
you, I think, and these are voters. This is why the country and the planet is on fire. This is reality. This is what most people do. He's the everyman. You're the everyman.
I'm so angry inside me, but I'm also very calm lately. So I don't feel like exploding on
I'm
him.
going to come out and I
gotta explode on
admit I'm
someone
coming
else.
out of left field, but I wanted to ask you guys a very honest question, and please withhold nothing
Wait,
from
are
your
you
answer.
saying that normally you ask us dishonest questions?
My point is, the more honest you are, the better it'll be for me to understand, to perceive what your thoughts are. Okay. Do you guys think that in terms of my contributions to the to the world of comedy and Guido's, which one of us lines up ahead of the other?
That's not even a question.
Which one of us do you think lines up further?
So what he's trying to say in retarded terms is like, who's better at comedy, me or Guido?
Via his achievements. Yeah.
You Poseidon or Guido?
No, him or
Just me or
Guido.
Guido.
In stand-up,
In comedy
In the
in general,
comedy
just
scene,
comedy
yeah.
in
it
general.
would be Guido.
Okay.
How does that upset you? Guido was doing stand-up for
Yeah,
years.
he's mad now.
No. Okay.
The fact,
I am
first of all,
trying
the
to
fact,
understand why-
the fact that you even asked that question, I wish. Now, I like to shit on Guido as much as the next man, but the fact that you asked that question, I wish Guido would appear out of thin air and backhand you right now.
Yeah, that would be a good moment.
Like, I wish he could.
The fact that
just
you got
fucking-
upset, you're like, you mean the guy who was a professional comedian for years is better at comedy than me, who's never done comedy before?
Okay. Let me explain myself.
What an asshole! What a piece
Guido
of shit!
is not. Sadly, Guido is only sometimes here, right? Sadly, and there were
On the
times
show.
when I hear that fans say, "Please bring it at him." Even call him. We want at him. Fans are chanting. I was wondering how intense a similar chat would be. We want Guido.
You know what this
I
reveals?
misexpressed myself.
No, you know what this reveals? This reveals that he was always a little bit jealous of Guido.
Yeah, and you got to understand something too. People, fans, sometimes. So there's people that are not really like they're fans, but they kind of hate watch. So there's people who don't like us or don't like you,
yeah.
and they want to cause shit.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to take all the comments seriously. Like they're gonna say stuff like, "Yo, Guido sucks," or "Adam sucks," or "Pantelis sucks," or "Poseidon sucks." They do it because they assume that you have a small mind, and they're right. And it'll affect you emotionally, and then you're gonna react to it like you just did right now. You have to become more like me or another adult, and just not give a fuck. It doesn't
I don't
matter.
give a shit what you're gonna say about me.
Everyone has an
here's the
opinion.
thing.
You can't change it.
Here's the thing. This isn't an environment where you're in sales and you're in competition with each other and
Yeah, you
who's
don't
going to
care.
sell more. You fucking dimwit. Okay? This is the arts. In the arts, you're only ever in competition with yourself
Mm-hmm.
and what you can put out of your soul. You fucking idiot.
now that you've
this is
enlightened me-
not, this is, shut the fuck up. This is not your father's company of who's going to fucking make more microchips. You fucking asshole.
You are a bit of an asshole. I love you, but you're an asshole.
Oh man.
Oh man.
The fact that I even asked that, this is insane.
Yeah, the balls on you is amazing, but I love it. It's okay. Be ballsy, my friend.
You know what's crazy? If only you had half the balls for the real world, you'd have a stable job. I'm sorry. You know what's crazy? He does this to me. I look at him after I rip him, and then I feel bad.
I know. He has a little puppy-eyed look. I feel bad too. Adam, Poseidon, and I, we as your parents, we love you.
Yes.
It's you
You've
just
made that clear to me. You said it many times.
yeah. It's just that you disappoint us with your stupidity.
So you know what? I said it myself.
You're
I'm
the combination
I'm
of our
coming-
sperm, so
I'm
we take
coming-
it personal.
I'm coming out of left field. I should have said, by the way, I was wondering if you were to care to share some thoughts. Fine.
About?
Maybe I should. Fine. In life, you have the right to take back what you said and say it a different way. Okay? I was wondering what the most appropriate consensus would be in terms of fans' reactions to the fact that Guido, for a period of time, was not on the show, and their same reaction to the fact that I was not on the show. Is that a little bit better said?
What the fuck did he just say?
I'm trying to quantify fans' reactions to two events.
You're probably wondering why everyone hates me right now.
Why don't you, dude? What kind of question? Why don't you reach out to them? Why don't you reach out to them personally and ask them?
And why don't you reach out to Guido and be like, Guido, how do you feel?
Yeah, like
and you know what Guido's gonna say?
And you're asking a fucking question to an answer that we don't have.
You can be subjective, you know. Okay, fine.
very
Let me.
subjective.
But that's
This
you just
conversation is
said-
going the wrong way. Okay, fine. Let me see if I can
Okay.
rationalize and give you
Okay,
something that's
fine.
very that as rational as it possibly can. Okay. I remember a clear. I was looking at the notes that I
don't
remember
worry.
that I
How
remember
could
looking at.
I ever forget was the
I remember
first
at the
time,
notes. I remember at the notes
the
that
last
fans posted.
time we
said-
ever met. I miss Guido. He would have sang along with me. I don't know why you
If
don't.
I had
wanna-
known the lyrics, I would have sang along.
I believe it.
Okay, fine. Look, it's obvious to me this part of the conversation is not going too far. So
I can't wait till
forget it.
Guido comes back.
I mean, he should have been here now. What? Why didn't he come? It's because of the
Yeah, exactly.
court?
Yeah.
Adam.
I can't wait till that's done.
If you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend.
That's a song.
But
you're
I don't
singing.
know if you know who I am.
I can feel it coming.
There you go. So how come you weren't singing?
Dance a little bit.
It took time.
And I
time.
feel it coming in the air tonight.
Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment
yeah,
for all my life.
I was
Oh
gonna share some.
Lord. Come on, man. Get into it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh,
I'm definitely coming in the air tonight.
And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Fucking guy doesn't want to sing.
Have you noticed you dance like a pigeon?
I like it.
Oh, but I'll
You know,
take your
no,
word for it.
not like a pigeon. Sorry, you know those birds the tiny birds that you have in the cage and they're yellow and they go like this.
Yeah, you're a
When they
dancing bird.
dance? Yeah, you dance like a bird. You dance like a little bird. What do you call those little yellow birds?
I call them dancing little birds.
Dancing little yellow
birds. Pantelis, very serious question.
Yes, Adam, very
I
serious
remember
answer.
clearly that you were mocking me in terms of how dare I even ask you this question, and I'll explain.
I will mock
Would
you
you
once
ever
more.
want to go on Shom FM and be their host? No fucking way. Never mind the reasons.
Why are you asking this question?
Now, let
again?
me ask you a similar question. Would you ever consider being a host on CJ 800 AM where you talk serious issues?
No, of course not. I like to make money.
I don't know where the logic at your end is different from the logic at my end, but I thought you were paid to go on these shows. You're paid to do the research. You're paid, even if it's a
What
political
research? They
debate.
don't research anything. Wasn't it Elias
I don't know,
Mackos
Tommy
just
Schnurmacher, all these
regurgitating
people.
fucking whatever Trudeau's dick told him to like? What is he talking about?
You are such an unaware person.
yeah.
I don't listen to 800 AM.
These were the people
Hold
that were
on, hold
pushing.
on, hold on,
These were
hold
the
on.
people that you said research. These were the people that were pushing for these fucking garbage vaccines, that were pushing for curfews that make no sense. They're not vaccinated. These are shitty human beings, dude. These are shitty people that don't think. They don't use any common sense. They regurgitate the talking points the political party that's in power tells them to regurgitate. These are not counterculture. These are fucking yes men bootlickers that just want to keep their job.
And did you hear what he just said? He said, I don't know, I don't even listen to CJAD.
So then what are you talking about?
So then why would
often?
So
not
why would you
often.
tell him to go work for
Because
CJAD?
he wants an excuse to listen.
Let me explain my reasoning.
I'm listening.
Shom FM, as you said, you did a really good way in mocking the system. It is now 11:07 a.m., you know? At least I was under the impression that CJAD, for example, is a station that can be taken more seriously than Shom FM. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less.
I mean,
You know? Okay,
Adam, I will say one thing, and this
Yes.
is if I go by Fagstein's reports.
go ahead.
Weekly, he's the guy that does all the like radio statistics for Montreal and all that. Weekly, there's no English station in Montreal that does anywhere near the numbers that the French cast does alone. Weekly. I have more listeners on the French cast than English radio does in Montreal. So it's not even a case of reach.
Okay. Well, you learned something new.
I like how we said that.
Okay, let me actually tell
That
you
was
guys.
that was such a.
me
Okay,
tell
I
you-
guess you learned something.
So I guess you want people to hear you when you speak, huh? Like some fucking hippie. Okay.
I'll tell you one thing that I've learned. No joke. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys knew this. Yes, I knew you guys knew this like 100 years ago. But I am aware of the fact that when you look at mainstream media like Fox, whatever, all the radio stations, yes, they're all told from people way up above. You will say this, or you're going to get an unpleasant visit if you don't. I'm aware of that.
So you've been aware of it. So why? Why do
Okay,
you?
we're listening. Hold on. Let's see where he's going with this.
No, it was just a way. It was just my way of letting you know that at
That
least
you're
I
in
have
the know.
something
You-
resembling a brain.
All right, well, you heard it here first. Adam's got a brain. All right, and with that, we're going to play Adam's latest hit, Vroom Vroom Goes the Retard. It's 11 minutes past the hour here in downtown Montreal. We'll see you all later. No. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm fired? No one's listening to this shit. What's Spotify? They can listen to whatever song they want. That's crazy. That's crazy, dog. I sucked the dick to get it. Welcome back to the Intellectuals.
I give you an A+ on your way to express yourself.
That was good. That was good.
I'm very expressive.
Yeah. Well, now that I think about it, that's actually a good thing because this gives your station, this gives your podcast a lot more power.
It does, yes.
you're
It
independent.
gives the
Do you have
free people power.
Do you have any hobbies apart from gambling? Don't say gambling.
Playing
Please
pool,
don't- God damn it, that's also gambling.
not for money.
But hold on.
You ever play pool with a lady?
It's happened.
Did you let her win?
I don't remember. I've been in tournaments, remember? So
You ever shove a pool stick?
No, you never let a lady. You actually try to beat the girl.
depends. I don't know.
I played pool with a lady recently, and towards the end, I was like, okay, I gotta make her win, and it was super difficult to get her to win at the end.
No.
Yeah, bro, because I had one ball left, obviously, so I'm fucking trying to hit it, and I'm like, fuck, it's harder to lose. Like
The black one.
but you're trying to dodge it and make it easier for her to then hit it because once her balls are, I even put in her balls. I was like, oh no, what an accident.
Oh, no.
That's what you got to do. But you actually, you're like in Dumb and Dumber where you take it serious and you actually try to beat her.
Oh, I'm never going to forget that scene. That's Adam. Do you know the scene with the
snowball scene?
No.
That's my favorite scene in all of cinema. I'm going to bring it up right now.
But the scene with the bus full of cheerleaders.
Oh, that's not the best scene, but it is funny. Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Adam, do you have any idea what we're talking about?
The movie, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, you like that movie?
With Jim Carrey, right?
Jim Carrey was in there. Yeah,
Yes. I don't remember it. It was many years ago.
it was many years ago. I saw that movie in the theater with my mom.
I don't think I saw it.
You don't think you saw Dumb and Dumber?
It was so long ago. It was from the 90s,
Do
right?
you think this is going to be any good, by the way?
It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam, have you seen this? So this is this is how I imagine you going on dates, for the record.
Playfully playing.
Yeah. This is, and then look, he took that snowball thing serious. Right, point blank in the fucking face. So that's exactly how I picture you guys dating.
That's amazing.
It's one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen. But for some reason, when I was a kid, and then even older, I remember it was in the 2000s, and I had to rewatch it. It made me laugh so much, just because I know people. Obviously, I have one on the podcast. I know people like that. They can't just be playful.
Yeah.
Everything has to be serious.
Do you think, because I met people like that too, but some of them aren't like retarded. They're just like everyday people.
But they just take shit serious.
They just take shit way too seriously. But some of them are legit autistic.
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot with autism
Yeah.
that you can't see because you can't see sarcasm.
Yeah.
Adam, you all right there? It looks like we've shocked you
No, I'm
into
just,
submission.
I'm thinking about a few things. I find that the conversation was a little bit more on the boring side, so I'm trying to contribute.
Shut the fuck up.
It was
you piece of
100%. He's right though about that. He's 100%. I'm with him. Adam, finally, you said something that you're contributing. I appreciate it.
All right, let's see if I can make up for something, I guess you could say, inappropriate about Guido. Do you guys know why I like Guido a lot? No joke. I like the fact that he likes to add humor to his everyday life.
I mean,
As do you, as this, you know.
he does like to add humor to his everyday life.
A bit too much, if you ask
A bit
me.
too
Actually,
much, yeah. You know, the death threats, the
Well,
the
no need to
police
go into
involvement.
That. No need
the,
to go into that, but
well, I'm just saying that is hilarious. It's been a talk of the town here on the
Yeah.
podcast for a while.
oh boy, am I even gonna bother venturing asking why he would do something like that?
Because, like you said, he likes to add comedy to his
yeah.
life.
He just did it for the bit.
He commits to the bit harder than anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, I hope I had to get the chance to redeem myself.
He
I
did.
don't know how you would redeem yourself.
That's what I mean.
We're talking
yeah.
about Guido.
In terms of what I said about him being
Well,
appropriate.
no,
versus
we're
inappropriate.
still upset at the way you disrespected him repeatedly.
Yeah, seriously.
We're not gonna forget it.
That's yeah. I'm actually angry for him. Like that was.
My son, we've discussed this before. Do not turn your back on your friend Guido. He was there for you when you had no one. He defended your honor when you had to come up against the Indian rapists. He was the only one that fought for you. He brought you to this very program. He filmed your first sketch. He participated. He gave his apartment away so that you could meet with a lady of the evening. He's been nothing but loyal and good to you. And what have you done? How have you repaid his loyalty? You turn your back on him. You humiliate him when he's not around. You attack his integrity. You tried to have sex with his baby mama. You talk shit about him in the streets and on podcasts. You stole his job. You've criticized his pizza-making skills. You called him a child predator. You've done the worst thing someone could do to a friend. And I ask you, my son, why? Why have you forsaken Guido Grasso like this? He will come out of jail soon, and he will exact his revenge on you.
I guess you're his agent in this case.
Oh fuck me, bro! You're like a piece of plywood.
He is a piece of plywood. Gay plywood.
Bendy plywood.
Gay plywood that you find on the side of the highway that someone disregarded after fucking it in one of those bathrooms. Rest. You're gay?
You know what you
You're
did?
too much.
You know what you did? Guido Grasso opened the door for you, and then you turned around, and then you slammed the door in
You
his
did
face.
slam the door in his face,
You
though. You
slammed
did slam
the door in his face, bro.
I mean, the devil's been around for a while. We hadn't heard about him. He hadn't made a call in a while. Now he did again because you brought it out.
You're the type of person to like order food, let's say pizza, and then like you eat some of the pizza and you leave 2 slices out for the person, and then like an hour later you just eat those, even though they ask you, hey, can you leave me 2 slices, and you left them, but then you're like,
I mean, his analogy doesn't make any sense, and it's always about food. He's clearly hungry right now. He's thinking about pizza. We all understood. Is that what you want?
this episode made me hungry.
I'm very hungry too, not because of the episode though.
No, this episode made me hungry.
If anything, this episode ruined my appetite.
I understand. I completely understand. It's been a rough one.
Let's see.
I want to thank the listeners. Honestly, week in, week out, y'all are fucking superstars.
I want to thank the Lord.
That too, for keeping me alive even after episodes like these. Because after episodes such as these, I've often thought about suicide.
What?
But not the good kind of suicide where you only take yourself out. The bad kind of suicide where you want to take as many people out as possible with you. So
a
like
jihad, if you will.
yes, something like that. So like I want to thank the Lord for keeping me from doing that.
Let me ask you something that I
didn't give a fuck. Did
Bro, he
you
wasn't
see
enlisted.
that?
No, I'm happy,
This
I'm
is what
happy.
happens. This is what happens in his
Wow.
head. This is what happens in his head. I'm gonna. Anything you're saying, Adam is just there doing this. You're saying anything. He's like, and then as soon as he hears silent, yeah. So as I was saying, I have this. Bro doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, what's
every
wrong with
sound
you?
is like the sound of in Charlie Brown the show with how the adults speak. That's all he hears.
Yeah. But what's wrong? Why can't you continue on what we're talking about? Why can't you? Why do you have
Okay,
to?
I
Why
was
do you
a little
hate people?
moved. I was a little moved by what you said, and
moved? you that's pride for you. You're proud of what I said?
What do you mean proud? He said he was moved. He said he was touched.
No, but moved like in a positive way or in like a negative way?
well, in an unfortunate way.
What's that? I mean, bro, this is crazy. It feels like I'm talking to a fucking AI.
By the way, for the listeners, if you
You sound
made,
like you're pretending to be human.
if you made it this far, I hope to God you didn't smoke weed before listening to this episode. Or I hope to God
So this is
you,
what they tell me. Whenever we
didn't-
get mad about shit like this,
Yeah.
the listeners tell me that it's different to them looking at us from the outside. So
Yeah.
we get upset and mad and bored or whatever, but them looking at us go through this from the outside is crazy joy.
really,
It's kind of like when you're watching awkward moments on TV. The people going through the awkward moment don't feel good. But
Yeah.
you watching it, you laugh at them. That's what people watch it and they're like, I want to strangle him, so I get it.
like when I watch Curb.
They're watching an episode of way more retarded Curb.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck, that's well said.
Adam,
Yes.
will you or will you not be going to work today?
That depends on if I get a phone call.
Okay, so today, for people who don't know, we're recording. It's National Truth and Reconciliation Day in Canada, which means absolutely nothing.
Banks are closed. That's all I know.
Banks are closed. Schools are closed too.
No way.
Well, yeah, because if they weren't closed, he would be working. He'd be
Oh,
driving
yeah,
the kids to
it's
school.
true, yeah.
But there's no reason for him to work today. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can't even go to the offices because they're closed, right?
That's a very interesting comment you made or remark.
Well, because you were supposed to go to the offices later, you said. But how are you going to go if they're closed?
That's a very good point.
He's gonna break
All
in.
I know is
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something
I
right now.
received the text message. Okay?
How do you go through life not thinking about stuff like that? Like you have a day to plan. It's a holiday. You were going to go somewhere that's closed thinking it's open. Like a person with common
let me
sense.
tell you a story.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I tried to go to the bank just before the podcast started.
Why
and
would
the
you do
bank
that?
was closed because
course it was
because I
closed.
had a transaction to do.
I-
And there was another fellow in the bank with me at the ATM machine. He said today's some national day,
Yeah.
and it didn't even cross my mind. That's all.
Okay.
It didn't cross my mind. So that's a question that I honestly cannot answer.
I want the Lord to take me right now, actually.
Where do you want him to take you?
I want him to take me
To
somewhere
Pound Town.
far away from here.
The Lord is a black guy.
I want the Lord to take my soul. He can put me in purgatory. I don't care.
Well, having said that, Adam, intellectuals.
Not in, out.
Kill someone.